News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, 727-9900 today. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
KPVM-TV holds an open forum concerning the pandemic, and Las Vegas's popular equestrian unit is disbanded. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A pandemic forum brings together our community leaders. It's Thursday, April 16th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The We Care COVID-19 Roundtable was held last night here at KPVM-TV. It also aired on Ace Country Radio, and you can also view it on our Facebook page. The forum had some community leaders answering questions about COVID-19.
Do we have any sort of demographics on them? Age? Pre-existing conditions, because the only thing we're hearing is 20 cases. We know, that's all we know. Do you guys have any more information?
Probably be Scott Lewis, right?
Yeah, we do. Actually, every case is monitored. We do an investigation on each confirmed case that we receive, and that investigation includes any potential exposures. It also goes into the demographics. It goes into the age, the employment. There's a number of factors that we consider in that investigation. And I just want to stress, it's not 20 in Pahrump. It's 20 throughout Nye County. So that's an important number to remember. And each, no matter where it occurs or where the confirmation originates, and it's a Pahrump resident, that's where the investigation is around.
Okay, but is that information going to be made public? Because as far as we don't know anything, you know what I mean?
It's not really that relevant as far as who can and cannot get COVID. It's not. So, for example, there's always the thought that if you were in your 20s, for example, you would not be subject to COVID, and we know that's not true. If you were a child of a very young age, that you wouldn't be subject to COVID. We know that's not true. But as Dr. Reiner eloquently stated, there are certain individuals out there that are more prone to it, and that falls into the same categories that we're experiencing through our investigations.
Okay, and how about tracing where they've been? Is that information known as far as possible exposure locations? Is that relevant information?
It's something that we do research, and just as you might expect, the majority of the overlap, it doesn't mean this is where they contracted the virus, but simply that most people, when we do the matrix, we find that grocery stores, fuel stations, pharmacies, things along those lines are the common contact areas, but that does not necessarily have any indicator whatsoever where they contracted it.
Thanks to everybody who participated. Well, citing a drop in tax revenue due to COVID-19, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department has decided to decommission the Mounted Patrol Unit.
After nearly 22 years, the Mounted Patrol Unit will be no more. The unit served primarily as crowd control, many times for large events on the Las Vegas Strip, and community outreach. Metro says the unit started in 1998 with 2 officers, 2 horses, and a sergeant. The unit grew to 8 horses and was funded to pay for 4 full-time officers, 3 part-time staffers, and a sergeant. The police department says 2 officers and 2 part-time staffers will continue working until May 1st to transfer the horses to their new homes. Several will be retired and 1 will be returned to its original owner. In a statement, the department says while the Mounted Patrol Unit has been instrumental in many situations, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department will deploy bicycle officers to move through large crowds in the Strip corridor. Just last week, the department began eliminating the positions of more than 100 part-time employees, 3 in the Mounted Unit. Commissioned personnel in the Mounted Patrol Unit will be moved to patrol operations. Last year, the Mounted Patrol Unit cost the department $865,000 in salaries, benefits, and operational costs.
The Internal Revenue Service says that taxpayers should be on the lookout for IRS impersonation calls, text, or email phishing attempts about the coronavirus or COVID-19 economic impact payments. These scams can lead to tax-related fraud and identity theft. The IRS will not call, email, or text you to verify or request your financial, banking, or personal information. Watch out for websites and social media attempts to request money or personal information. The official website for the IRS is irs.gov. They say don't open any surprise emails that look like they're coming from the IRS or click on attachments or links. Taxpayers should not provide personal or financial information or engage with potential scammers online or over the phone. You can forward suspicious emails to phishing@irs.gov. That's phishing@irs.gov, then delete the email. irs.gov has the most up-to-date information. Official IRS information about COVID-19 pandemic and economic impact payments can be found on the coronavirus tax relief page on the Internal Revenue Service.gov. Well, we'll be back with more news right after this.
News 25 is brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
Welcome back. While Americans are doing what they can to support the U.S. Postal Service, the entire U.S. economy is in trouble and retail sales dropped nearly 9% in March. Here's Angela Miles with more.
Topping our news, Americans are coming to the rescue with the U.S. Postal Service. Package deliveries are way up, but actual mail volume is down 30%. President Trump has no plans for a financial lifeline, but now reports have surfaced. Americans are going to the post office or online to the U.S. Post Office website to buy stamps. The Postal Service will be involved in the delivery of Treasury stimulus checks as well as absentee ballots. The agency is forced by law to fund retiree health benefits 75 years into the future. That means $5.5 billion in payments every year. The entire U.S. economy is in trouble. Industrial production dropped 5.4% in March. That's the most since 1946. In New York, the Empire State Manufacturing Index declined to negative 78.2 in April, the worst reading ever, while retail sales nationwide plunged 8.7% in March.
The U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and the Small Business Administration has issued a statement regarding the Paycheck Protection Program and Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. They say that the SBA has processed more than 14 years worth of loans in the last 14 days. The Paycheck Protection Program is saving millions of jobs and helping America's small businesses make it through this challenging time. The program is also providing much needed relief to people and businesses. By law, the SBA will not be able to issue new loan approvals once the programs experience a lapse in appropriations. They are urging Congress to appropriate additional funds for the Paycheck Protection Program and critical and overwhelming bipartisan program, at which point they will once again be able to process loan applications, issue loan numbers, and protect millions more paychecks. The high demand that they have seen underscores the need for hardworking Americans to have access to relief as soon as possible. They say that they want every eligible small business to participate and get the resources that they need. Well, the Nye County Board of Commissioners has approved a plan that would create more than 40 townhomes inside the Mountain Falls Master Planned community. The developer wants to divide existing lots in order to accommodate the townhomes, in effect putting two homes on what is now a single lot. Commissioners rejected a similar proposal last fall, but they approved it this time around after the developer made a few changes and after some discussion about water rights.
This item, as Brent mentioned to you, is coming back to you from a couple of months ago. It's a map that amends an existing map to allow for some townhomes in the Mountain Falls community. The townhome product is an important one for Mountain Falls, we think, and ultimately for the community as well. We've tried to design them in a way to preserve both the value of the townhomes and to minimize their impact on the outside community outside of Mountain Falls. We cut the total number of townhome units roughly in half, so there's only 42 total now in this plan, and we reduced the total number of units overall in this subdivision by about 20 or so units.
I'm very conscientious of the water situation here in Basin 162. However, I'm also very conscientious on people's personal property rights. I believe it's your property, it's your right, you do what you want to do with it, but we all have to be good neighbors and being conscientious with Basin 162 and the water situation. It's in their development agreement. This is what they'd like to build. I think they've come to the table and try to be as amenable as possible and compromise. I know there were some real situations, and I thank the board for seeing that when we did stop it at that point. However, we've collaborated and we've come to this, and I think this is approvable.
It looks like they have all their ducks in a row, and I understand that they already have and have had for quite some time all the water rights that they need to finish this development down there. They believe very strongly also in the fact that they have an investment in this community, and they do have a right to move forward with it.
The water rights that they have, are these certified water rights, or are these water rights under the status of PER? Because Great Basin has 29,000 acre-feet of water, but they can serve only 6,400 customers.
There is a limit of how many homes they can build, whether they build them on 5-acre parcels or eighth acre parcels. Once they reach that limit, so I would rather have a working relationship where we can all be good neighbors when we talk about water, but we also are talking about people's property rights. So there is a balance, and I don't believe this is going to increase in a detrimental way to the water usage here. They have the will serves from the utility company.
Well, the Board of County Commissioners approved the proposed lot splits in a 4-to-1 vote. Commissioner Chair John Koenig voted against the proposal. Well, after this break, we're going to give you some tips on how to make the most and still stay safe for your next shopping trip right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, with Americans being advised to stay at home in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, many people are doing their best to limit their trips to the store. So how can you get the most out of your grocery run? Erica Foreman has more.
Stay-at-home orders mean fewer trips to the grocery store. So should we buy fresh food or frozen items that'll last longer? Cleveland Clinic's Kristen Kirkpatrick recommends both.
Don't stress over not being able to get some of your favorite fruits and vegetables right now. The key is to get any of them. So any kind of vegetable, you can get any kind of fruit, whether it's frozen or fresh is really ideal.
Frozen options will last until your next trip to the store. With fresh produce, you can eat some of it and freeze the rest. Some people may think frozen fruits and vegetables aren't as healthy as fresh, but Kirkpatrick says that's not true.
Frozen foods can often be more nutrient dense than the fresh options because frozen foods are frozen at peak ripeness. So a frozen blueberry in the middle of February in most states in the United States are going to be more nutrient dense than a fresh blueberry that's coming from South America.
Research shows swapping nutrient dense foods for supplements doesn't provide an overnight health boost. So skip the supplements and focus on healthy foods to get the best bang for your buck.
As much as possible, I would say take the money that you're spending on supplements, put it into food. I know that we are challenged in getting enough plants right now, fruits, vegetables, etc. But look at what options you have near your house.
At Cleveland Clinic, I'm Erica Foreman.
Well, Kirkpatrick says that if delivery or curbside pickup options are available, you can get fresh food delivered to your home without the added risk of going to the grocery store. Well, a dog that we featured last Friday on our Save a Pet segment has found his new forever home.
Puppy love happens at all ages. Today, Roberta Jablonski, who just celebrated her 100th birthday, and her daughter, Renita Walker, adopted Sammy the Samoyed. Darby O'Donnell first introduced us to Sammy last Friday in our Save a Pet segment. At that time, we called him Teddy. And if you remember, the energetic canine had some very unusual and amusing dance moves. Well, after Roberta saw Sammy, she just fell for him, and he for her. They spent some time together at Desert Haven Animal Society, and that was enough for Roberta to know that Sammy was to be her new best friend. Turns out Roberta has raised many Samoyeds over the years, and she's thrilled to now have Sammy in her life. Congratulations, Roberta. We wish you many happy years together.
I just love that. You know, we also heard about another cat that had got adopted actually by his original owners, and we had him on a few weeks ago. The owners have been looking for him since last July and saw him on the Save a Pet segment because he had been adopted, but unfortunately his new owner had passed away, and so they readopted their original cat. Well, all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio want to wish World War II Army War veteran Bill Daly a very happy 96th birthday. Locals are driving by Daly's house tonight at 5 p.m. to honk and say happy birthday to Bill. And of course, you know, we will have lots of pictures of that. Hopefully we'll show you those tomorrow. Well, in this week's Great Computer Deals quick tutorial, Josh Osborne addresses some common computer problems, things your computer repair guy may not tell you.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrumph's Own Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. Josh's brutal truth. Things your computer repair guy won't tell you. Number 1. It's not the computer's fault, it's yours. You are the one that installed that junk program, and you're the one that allowed that guy from India to remote into your computer and get access to your bank account. And you're the one that let that computer overheat with 5 years worth of dust inside it. Listen guys, we get it. Computers don't come easy to everyone. We understand that, but there is hope and we really, truly care. All that matters is that things get fixed and resolved, and that we live and learn how to make sure these problems don't repeat themselves. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, before we take a look outside, I got to say I'm feeling guilty about that last Great Computer Deals thing because kind of was like about me. I don't know, maybe I'm just being paranoid. Anyways, let's take a look outside on that weather cam. And wow, beautiful. Get to see those beautiful clouds up there in the sky. And you can't see Mount Charleston so much, but we're going to find out what's in store with our weather with Michael Donohue right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 80 degrees, a low of 56, 89, a low of 65 in Death Valley, 77.54 in Amargosa, 73, a low of 47 in Beatty, 64.39 over in Goldfield, 61.36 in Tonopah, 63.35 in Carson City, 62 for the high in both Fallon and Fernley, 33 for the low in Fallon, and 36 for the low up in Fernley. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some mostly sunny skies. Our high today was 78 degrees. Winds coming out of the west-southwest up to 9 miles per hour. 22% for our humidity, and 6:08 this morning was our sunrise. Now looking at tonight, we're going to see some more clouds rolling in for some partly cloudy skies. Our low is going to be 54 degrees. It is 78 outside currently. Winds coming out of the east-southeast up to 5 miles per hour. Humidity at 41%, and our sunset expected at 7:19 tonight. Now looking into that 7-day, we do still have those clouds rolling in on Friday, Saturday. We are going to see a little bit of a break of sun on Sunday, then some more clouds Monday and Tuesday with that sun rolling back out on Wednesday and Thursday. Now also on Friday and Saturday, we do have a small chance of rain at 10% on Friday and at 20% on Saturday, along with some high winds up to 14 miles per hour on Friday. Seeing a little bit of break from that wind on Saturday, but then from Sunday all the way through next Thursday, we're going to be seeing those winds anywhere between 11 and 13 miles per hour. Now temperature-wise, from Friday all through Tuesday, we're going to be seeing those highs in about those low 70s, just between 70 and 74 degrees. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to jump up to highs of 82. Now our overnights from Friday to Tuesday, we're going to be hanging out in those low 50s, just between 51 and 53 degrees. Then on next Wednesday and Thursday, those lows are going to sneak up just a little bit to lows of 56 and 57 degrees. Just now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.